Next, let's go ahead and work on arms and legs, and it's the same pattern, so you're going to need a total of 4. We're going to start with the magic ring. And into this magic ring, we need to work a total of 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pull on this yarn tail to tighten the center. And at the end of round 1, we have a total of 8 single crochets. For round 2, all the way to round 20, you're going to need your stitch marker. And we're just going to work 1 single crochet around. For round 2, all the way to round 20, you're going to pick up your stitches and work 1 single crochet around. And that's all it is for the legs and the arms. You're just working 1 single crochet around for round 2 all the way to round 20. Continue working on total of 4, and then I'll meet you back. I finished working a total of 20 rounds, and this is how it looks like. Now to end, all we're going to do is, using the next stitch, we're going to slip stitch into that stitch, chain 1, and cut a long yarn tail for sewing. Pull out your hook, tighten it, and you're going to need a total of 4. And don't stuff him, so just leave him like this. Let's work on the tail next, and I'm going to use white color, and we're going to start with the magic ring. And into this magic ring for round 1, we need to work 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull on this yarn tail to tighten the center. You're going to need your stitch marker. For round 2, we're just going to work 1 single crochet around. So you're going to pick up each stitch and work 1 single crochet around. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull on this yarn tail a little bit more to tighten the center. For round 3, we're going to start by working 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then work an increase using the next stitch. So you're going to work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Here's 1, and go back into that same stitch and work your second single crochet. Let's repeat. Work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and now work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. Again, let's work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then work 2 single crochets using the last stitch. And at the end of round 3, we have a total of 9 single crochets. For round 4, we're just going to work 1 single crochet around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. At the end of round 4, we have a total of 9 single crochets. For round 5, we're going to start by working 1 single crochet into the first 2 stitches. 1 and 2, and into the following stitch work an increase. You're going to work 2 single crochets into that stitch. Let's repeat. Work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the following stitch work 2 single crochets. Repeat again, work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and into the last stitch work 2 single crochets. And at the end of round 5 we have a total of 12 single crochets. For round 6, just work 1 single crochet around. You're going to pick up each stitch and work 1 single crochet around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 6. You should have 12 single crochets. At the end of round 6 we have a total of 12 single crochets. For round 7 we're going to start by working 1 single crochet into the first 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3, and into the next stitch work 2 single crochets. Let's repeat, work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and into the following stitch work 2 single crochets. Again, work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and into the last stitch work 2 single crochets. At the end of round 7 we have a total of 15 single crochets. For round 8, work 1 single crochet around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 8. You should have 15 single crochets. At the end of round 8 we have a total of 15 single crochets. For round 9 we're going to start by working 1 single crochet into the first 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. Let's repeat, work 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the next stitch work 2 single crochets. Again, let's work 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches, and into the next stitch, which is the last stitch, work 2 single crochets into that stitch. And at the end of round 9 you should have 18 single crochets. For round 10 we're just going to work 1 single crochet around. Pick up each stitch and work 1 single crochet around, and at the end of round 10 you should have 18 single crochets. At the end of round 10 we have a total of 18 single crochets. For round 11 we're going to work 1 single crochet into the first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and into the next stitch work 2 single crochets, which is our increase. Let's repeat, work 2 single crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the following stitch work 2 single crochets. And repeat again, you're going to work 1 single crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and into the last stitch work 2 single crochets. And at the end of round 11 you should have 21 single crochet. For round 12 just work 1 single crochet around, and at the end of round 12 you should have 21 single crochets. At the end of round 12 we have a total of 21 single crochets. For round 13 we're going to start by working 1 single crochet into the first 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the next stitch work 2 single crochets. Let's repeat, work 1 single crochet into the next 6 stitches, and into the following stitch work 2 single crochets. Let's repeat this one more time. Work 1 single crochet into the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and into the last stitch work 2 single crochets. And at the end of round 13 you should have 24 single crochets. For round 14 and 15 work 1 single crochet around. So you're going to work 1 single crochet around for a total of 2 rounds, and I'll meet you at the end of round 15. You should have 24 single crochets. At the end of round 15, this is how it looks like. For round 16, we're going to work a decrease round, and we need to work 1 single crochet into the first 2 stitches, 1, 2, and into the following 2 stitches work a decrease. So pick up 1 stitch and then go into the next stitch and pick up the front loops and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Let's repeat. We're going to work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and now work a decrease using the next 2 stitches. Again, work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and now work a decrease. You're going to continue on this pattern, and at the end you should have 18 single crochets. At the end of round 16, this is how it looks like, and we have a total of 18 single crochets. Let's go ahead and stuff the tail a little bit. For round 17, we're going to work 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and now work a decrease. Work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and now work a decrease. Again, work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and now work a decrease. You're going to continue on this pattern around, and at the end you should have 12 single crochets. At the end of round 17, we have a total of 12 single crochets. For round 18, we're going to work 1 single crochet into the first 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and now work a decrease. Let's repeat. Work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and now work a decrease. And that's the pattern. Let's go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And now into the last stitch, we're going to work a decrease, but don't finish your stitches. We're going to change the color, and I'll show you how that's done. Let's go ahead and work a decrease using the last 2 stitches. So pick up the front loops. Now drop the white color and pick up your orange color, wrap it around the hook and pull through using all 3 loops. And now we're just going to work single crochets for round 19 all the way to round 24, but we're going to be using the orange color. So right over here, I'm going to use these 2 yarn tails right here, the white one and the orange, and I'm just going to work a couple of single crochets and work them in at the same time. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead and cut the white yarn and then the orange yarn tail so it's out of the way. And let's continue. We're going to work 1 single crochet, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that was round 19. Now for round 20, all the way to round 24, you're going to work 1 single crochet around. So just work 1 single crochet around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 24. At the end of round 24, this is how it looks like. Let's go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 1 and leave a long yarn tail for sewing. And you are finished with the tail. Let's go ahead and sew on the ears. And to do that, we're going to use about round 24. And to count, we're going to start right over here. This is round 31. So we're going to count 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, and 24. So about here between round 23 and 24, I'm going to place a needle. And using the ears, I'm just going to place them right where the eyes are. So just kind of center the ear right where the eye is. And just going to place it first and see how I like the look before I start sewing. And I just wanted to show you right here is the braid, and I'm using that braid towards the back of the head so that way I can sew it. And just whip stitch the ear in place. I'm picking up both loops. Once you come to the end, go ahead and bring up a loop. And using this loop, we're going to insert the needle and pull through. To hide this yarn tail, we're going to go ahead and come towards the back of the head and pull out your needle. And once again, you can go ahead and repeat. And now you get to cut your yarn tail. And let's go ahead and repeat the same thing to this ear. We finished attaching the ears and this is how they look like. Let's go ahead and attach the head to the body. And I like to just place the head right on top of the neck, like so. Just kind of position the way you like it to look. And once you're happy, I like to use my pins again and just kind of pin it down. It is easier to sew that way, and that's what I'm going to do. I pinned the head all around the neck, and right over here just wanted to show you the back of the head is aligned with the neck. Make sure you're picking up the stitch from the head and the stitch from the neck and just whip it in place. Before I move on sewing, I'm going to go ahead and stuff the neck a little bit more to make it firm. think that should be enough. I'm going to continue and sew this closed. To make the neck firmer, I'm going to go around and add a couple more stitches. Let's go ahead and attach the arms next, and we're going to use, so the space between the ears and the eyes come right down about 3 rounds down from the neck. So here's about 1, 2, 3. So right over here, using between round 3 and 4, I'm going to go ahead and flatten them out and pin them down. So this is one, and then I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other arm. So between the ears and the eyes, come down, use 1, 2, 3, between 3 and 4, pin it down. Just kind of take a quick look to make sure everything is aligned, and then we're going to sew it down. Now that we sewed this arm, let's go ahead and repeat the same thing with this one. And I'm going to do mine off camera, but it's the same exact thing. We finished attaching the arms. Let's go ahead and attach the legs using the bottom. We're going to just eyeball it and just kind of place it in the center where round 1 is right here. So just use that as a guide and just pin it in place. And then if you like to, you can change it up around. But for me, I'm just going to stick to this. Just pin it down in place. And once we like the way they look, we're going to go ahead and sew them down using a whip stitch. We attached the legs and the arms. Now let's go ahead and attach the tail. And we're going to use about round 7. So here's round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about here between the legs, just kind of center it and pin it down. And let's go ahead and sew it in place. We sewed the tail right at the bottom, but I want to add about 1 or 2 stitches right over here to keep the tail close to the body so it doesn't come out like this. But if you don't mind it, you can leave it as is. But I'm just going to add a couple of stitches just to pin it down in place. So I'm going to come underneath and come right where the orange is, right before the white part of the tail. Pull out your needle and make one big stitch and come back and now this is going to hold it in place. You can add one more stitch if you like, but I'm just going to leave mine alone. And once again, I'm just going to go ahead and bring up a big loop, insert my needle, pull through. I'm actually going to add one more just so the tail is in place. And now hide your tail at the bottom. Let's go ahead and embroider the nose. I'm just using black yarn and needle. And right over here where the nose is, using round 1, I'm going to insert my needle and come up about 2 rounds up. And I'm going to try to make a V-stitch first. So leave your yarn tail and then come back. And add another stitch. And right here I'm going to come to this side and come back down, up. So now that I have a guide using this stitch right here and then this stitch right here, I'm going to go ahead and add more stitches so that way this is all black. Once you're done with your nose, you can go ahead and cut your yarn tails. And you are done. And here's our finished box. You could also add felt cheeks if you like, add a mouth, but I'm going to stop here. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.